Alright guys, showing you my 180 gallon native tank. If you remember last video I did, I had 3 rock bass. One of the rock bass was actually chased around quite a bit by this catfish. So I took him back to the creek. And then the other rock bass, so I had 2. And then this guy really bullied the crap out of him. Took him back to the creek. And when I say the creek actually feeds into the Detroit River, which is where these guys came from. So the one good thing about having a native fish. This guy here he's actually definitely put on some size. He's definitely a very thick, hardy fish. Really good color. Really like this guy. But what you're seeing is pretty much what you get. He pretty much just sits there. He's very active during feeding time, which is pretty cool. But really, other than that, he just sits there, just like his buddy over here. This is Jillian's catfish. He's the one-eye catfish. Fortunately for him, being a catfish, he has the whiskers, he has the sensory. You can actually see the spots on his head. The spots are sensors, I'm sorry. And you can see where the eye used to be. He can definitely sense his prey or feel when food's dropped in the water. Now this guy here, I will zoom in here. And sorry it take a minute. He does have quite the chompers. It's kind of hard to see him there, but of course he turns. Definitely has some teeth. I definitely would not want to have my finger bit by this guy. You can kind of see him there. That's good. But it is kind of fun to see that when he goes after an earthworm. But all in all, with a native tank, obviously I'm not going to get rid of this native tank. I like the setup. Did have a crayfish in here. Crayfish was considerably larger than what any fish could handle. He pinched my peacock bass, so the peacock bass just left him alone. And then the rock bass left him alone because he was too big for them to eat. Well, so he was in here for about a month or so, and then after that, the rock bass obviously put on a little bit of size and took care of him. The other day I came in here and he was gone. Yeah, not surprising, but let me zoom in on those teeth one more time for you. You can see him there. But with this native tank, I do enjoy it. I mean, I wish there was a little bit more activity into it. Wouldn't mind another fish or two. But at the same time, I hear a lot of people talk about these rock bass in 55-gallon tanks. This guy's in a 180-gallon tank, and I mean, this is like a perfect size for him, honestly. I couldn't imagine him being in something that is that small. It's one of those things where you just kind of have to understand that the livelihood of the fish itself. But at any rate, I'm going to. Wouldn't be a video of mine if I didn't throw a little bit of action into it. So I'm gonna see if you can see it here. Got an earthworm here. Going to drop him in, and there you go. And that's how quick it happens. Definitely enjoy them, guys. Native tank. If you're interested in them, like I said, there's not a whole lot of upkeep to it. There's no heat with this one. I just keep it at room temp. No heater. You do see the heater in there. The heater's there, but not plugged in at all. Just the filter and the circulation pump. That's about it, guys. Take it easy. Enjoy the weekend. Remember, they're just stupid fish videos. Take care.